Before I became a Christian, I was disconnected from love, from connection itself with God, my family, myself. And until I found that connection, I couldn't love myself or anybody else. And I couldn't find joy in life. Growing up in a Jewish household, to me, it felt cultural. It didn't feel very spiritual or religion based. It was mostly for me going to temple Friday nights for the culture and for the traditions. So the connection for me wasn't there. Growing up, going to a Catholic school, being Jewish, all the similarities were there, and I could see the parallels between the two. But for some odd reason, there was some connection when I went to school. Even though I wasn't Catholic, there was connection, and I could feel some sense of power when I would go to like masses at school or chapel. For me, two huge turning points. One being about 1 year after me and my wife started dating. The first whole year we would go to church every single Sunday. With her growing up Baptist, it was big in her family to do so. So we found a church near us and we started going, and it struck a nerve more than anything I've ever felt before, even more than going to Catholic school all my life. Going to church with her and being in that community was just something I've never felt before, and it sort of took my fears away in terms of the betrayal that I talked about in leaving Judaism and following Christ. A month or so ago, I was sitting in our living room playing with our daughter, Salem, and I was just, for the first time in my life, just at a loss, because I knew what I needed to do and I knew the path I needed to take, but I had no idea how. And the pure joy that I saw in her eyes and the innocence in her eyes is just something I can't get out of my mind. So in that moment, I just told myself, you're gonna do whatever it takes to figure out where that joy is. And finally, I can say I found that in Jesus Christ and Christianity. Since I've trusted Christ, for me, I would say it is a monumental difference, because my whole life, even when I met my wife, the joy that she gave me sadly was just happiness, because I had no joy in myself. I had no joy in life because I didn't know what joy was until I found Christ. And that for me means happiness and peacefulness in all things and security. I'm Jordan Miller, and I'm a follower of Jesus Christ.